morning and happy Monday. So welcome to Stitched Up Weekly episode, I think, is it 31? I'm hoping it's 31. Yeah, today is the first day of my new job and I'm all ready to go. Yeah, quite excited, nervous, but we've been here before, haven't we? So I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm not wearing handmade today, which is a real stinker, isn't it? But yeah, when I went to Harrogate the other day with my friend, I bought a couple of new things in the sale from Marks and Spencer's, of all places. So got myself this little top and some trousers as well, but the trousers are actually a little bit big. I think I overestimated my size in ready-to-wear clothing, to be honest, which when you make handmade and you don't buy ready-to-wear very often is yeah, one of those things, isn't it? 2 secs, because my battery's flashing. That's better. I have discovered at the ripe old age of 47 that I am allergic to mascara, and yeah, I've been struggling for months actually with every time I put makeup on getting streaming eyes, my nose gets congested, I get headache, I feel all sort of sinusy and everything, and I was just thinking it was a bit of hay fever, but actually I have discovered it always happens, not when I've just put general makeup on, but as soon as I put mascara on. So I've tried 3 or 4 different types, I've never had an issue before, I've never had sensitivities to anything. And at the weekend I thought I'm going to get myself a different mascara that is designed for sensitive eyes, which I've done and I'm wearing, and I've been wearing for the last 2 days and I've had no issues whatsoever. So yeah, that's really odd. So but it's going to be nice to actually not be sniffing all the time and yeah, and having to wipe my eyes every few minutes during the day, because I can't go without mascara because my eyelashes are so fair that yeah, without mascara on, they're just, my eyes, I mean, I don't have big eyes anyway, my eyes are quite small and they just disappear, so I need to wear something. I have tried the the classic lashes before, you know, the fake, not the fake ones that you stick on, but the ones that you have done professionally, and I just find that they're just too overwhelming for my eyes, they're just too much. So I don't really want to go down that route, but it's nice to find a mascara now that I can wear and isn't going to cause me horrendous congestion issues, so that's cool. Plans for this week, I am going to obviously be getting on with the Kelly. I'm hoping to get that finished this week. I have really enjoyed putting the Kelly together and I am planning to do another one. I'm going to do one without the drawstring casing and with the collar rather than the hood. I'm really looking forward to having a go at that because I've really enjoyed the process. I think what put me off to start with was the amount of pattern pieces that there are, and because I had to cut not only the shell out but the lining and the interlining as well, I think I just find it overwhelming when there are that many different pattern pieces and they're all scattered all over the place, and it just makes me feel a little bit stressed. But once you start sewing, I've actually really enjoyed the process, and obviously it's been a much slower sew than normal for me. Having said that, I have got the majority of it done in 2.5 days, I would say. So I mean, I totally appreciate that for a lot of people that is super speedy, but you know, once I get my head in gear with sewing and I'm committed to it, I just want to crack on and get it done. So yeah, so it's been a really good project to do and I have really enjoyed it. I want to get that done, and then I think I'm going to do a couple of really quick and easy projects just as a bit of a palette cleanser, I guess, more than anything. Yeah, just to get my head back into normal sort of garment sewing again as well. But I'm really looking forward to wearing it. I've tried it on. It fits absolutely fine. The length is perfect. The length of the sleeves is perfect. The waist, where I've dropped the waist to, it fits me bang on my waist, which is really good. It is a little bit snugger around the hips than I would like, but I'm losing weight, so I'm hoping you know, when I've got a little bit of weight off, then that will fit me better. I think I would probably just grade out to the next size for the hips. I think on my next one just to give me a little bit more wiggle room. It fits fine, I can zip it up, but it's just, I just have to wiggle a little bit just to get the zip up over my hips, if that makes sense. So but you know, it's all a learning process, isn't it, and trial and error with these things, isn't it? So but yeah, it's really good. So it's a beautiful morning. As I say, I'm going to be zapping off to work soon for my induction. I've got induction the next couple of days, and then beyond that I think I'm going to be working from home for a lot of it. I'm going to be doing some shadowing as well of different teams within the service to see what they do, but it's going to be a big change from what I've been doing the last couple of years, having worked in general practice. So better finish getting ready and I will see you later. Hello, I'm back from work. So, oh, there we go, that's a bit better. Right, okay, so yes, back from work. I've had my first induction. I've got another day of induction tomorrow, but I'm doing that from home. It was really good. Yeah, it was fine. I've got my laptop, and yeah, it looks like my first couple of weeks in this job, well, the first few weeks, is just going to be full of meetings. So anyway, I've come home to some fabulous Happy Mail. Let me just put you down, and oh, here we go. Right, I think you might be a bit wonky, but we'll manage. Okay, so I've come home to a couple of Sherwood's deliveries now. Yes, there are two orders, because before I went on holiday, Sherwood's were doing a 20% off over 2 weekends, and I placed an order both weekends, but then I got a dispatch notification literally the day before I went on holiday saying that it was going to be delivered while we were away. So obviously I contacted them and asked them to wait until we got back. So anyway, the two orders have finally come, so I thought I would show you what I bought. Again, these are Lady McElroy fabrics because I just love them. And Andy posted on the KB Peeps group a couple of days ago that Sherwood's were doing another amazing big sale over the weekend, and the more you spent, the more the discount, up to 30%. So I wasn't going to place an order because I've got loads of fabric, as you know, and I've just got these two, but I couldn't turn down 30%. I really was not going to buy any, but I have done. So there is another order on its way, but I promise you that's going to be it. I'm not going to be buying anything else for a while, because I'm going to be sewing like a little sewing bee as soon as I've got this Kelly finished, and want to start ploughing my way through some of my other fabrics. So anyway, let me show you what's come. So the first one is the Panda Retreat fabric on crepe jersey. This is it, which is gorgeous. I have no idea how much I got, to be honest. Let me have a look and I will tell you. 3 meters, I got 3 meters of it. And the plan is a wrap dress for winter, because pandas, it's just lovely, isn't it? I have liked this fabric for a while and I've not bought it yet, but I have now. I think they do it on the lawn as well, or the viscose maybe, but I thought it'd be quite fun to get it in the jersey, so I've got that one. I think I've mentioned about the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet. I'm going to have a go at making that, and I wanted some fabrics for that. So I've got this one, which is called Effervescent Bubble in Chantilly, and I've bought 2 meters of this. This is it here. So I think this was going to be perfect for a Gilbert shirt. So yeah, it's the one with the little tie waist and the buttons up and down the front. So that's going to be that one. I also got this one, which I do have in a different colourway, but I really love the fabric and I thought it would be nice in the darker colourway. So this is Plain Sailing in Midnight. Again, I've only got a couple of meters of this one because, again, I thought a shirt and probably the Gilbert shirt. So this is it here that has boats on. If I can just undo it so that you can see it better. Well, how have they folded it? Okay, let's do it that way. So yeah, there it is. It's lovely, isn't it? So yeah, that's going to be quite bright, but that's going to be another shirt. And then the last one, this is a new fabric that they've done, and I saw it on another independent fabric shop's website and I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, and I was looking to see if Sherwood's had it in, and they did. So I have bought 4 meters of this one. It's called Culture in Style, and I think this is on the lawn fabric, but the colours are amazing. And what I'm thinking of is the Deer and Doe Magnolia, but it will be next year now. So this is it here. I just really like it. I love the sort of watercolour effect of the ladies on here. It's just so gorgeous. So that's gonna probably go in my stash, and then yeah, I'm gonna have a go at the Magnolia. Now I have made that before. I did it in a lace fabric and it really didn't work. It was actually too small across the chest, so I need to revisit that pattern. However, I'm losing weight at the minute, so and this is going to be for next summer, so I'm quite happy to just leave that to one side for now. So that was my first order, and then the second order is another 1, 2, 3, 4 fabrics. Yes, I'm sure you're all just laughing at me now, aren't you? Okay, so these are the Damselfly in the white colourway. I think it's white, yes. I've got this in the black colourway, or the ebony I think it's called, but I really liked it in this colourway as well. So I have 3 meters of this. It is beautiful, and I saw Sian's dad wearing a shirt out of this, and that's when I really loved it. So I'm really pleased I've got this. So I've got 3 meters of that. Again, haven't got a clue yet what it's going to be, but it's going to be something for next summer. I've also got the Amaryllis on the Marley lawn as well. I've got 4 meters of this one. Again, I adore this print. It's beautiful. It's an older print of theirs, this one here, but it is really pretty, gorgeous flowers, very summery again, and it's going to go away with the rest of my Lady McElroy fabrics until spring. And then the other 2 fabrics are definitely for autumn and winter. So these are the York fabric, which is a stretch cotton drill, and I've got 2 meters of 2 colourways. The first one being this teal, which is beautiful. It's a really lovely colour, a lovely weight. It's got a nice stretch to it. It's not a lot of stretch though. I would say it's probably, I don't know, maybe 15%, something like that. So this is going to be, well, I originally wanted a pair of ultimate trousers, and they have to size up because of the amount of stretch. I'm going to just check the pattern and see. If not, I will make a pair of my wide leg palazzo pants for winter, because I think this would just be, it's such a lovely colour. And I also bought it in wine as well, so I got it in the wine colourway, which again is just a plain with the width way stretch. It doesn't have a vertical stretch. It's really pretty, really nice colour, again just to make some basic trousers for winter. So yeah, so them are 2 orders from Sherwood's that I ordered well before we went on holiday that have just arrived. Yeah, and that's that. So I'm going to get these pre-washed. It's been a beautiful day, really warm actually. I think we're having a bit of a mini heat wave here in the UK for the rest of this week. So I'm working from home tomorrow. I've got, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I've got a full day's induction, which I will be sitting in the garden to do it, I think, because I'm doing it online. So that's going to be fun, especially while the weather's like this. But yeah, that's it. So this evening, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the instructions for the Kelly, but I want to get the sleeves done. So I want to get, excuse me a second. Right, I'm back. Yeah, so the plan is, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to attach the lining, the sleeve linings to the outer shell this evening. I'd like to get that done, and then once the eyelet die and the eyelets come, which I'm hoping they might come tomorrow, I can get the casing finally finished and the hem done, and then it's just going to be the press studs on the front placket, and then we're done. So yeah, it should get finished this week, so I'm looking forward to getting that done. Right, I'm gonna go, need to crack on with getting some tea. Martin's on his way home from work, and I will catch up with you soon. Good morning, happy Tuesday. So working from home today. I have my second day of my new work induction that is being done by Skype. So I'm going to be setting up for that shortly. That will take me till about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon. I wanted to show you a little bit more that I got done on the Kelly last night. I did get the sleeve linings attached to the outer sleeves, so I'll show you those. So here we are. So they are all nicely encased now and finished, which is great. The instructions also do tell you to top stitch the hood to the main body, but I haven't done that. I actually prefer it without. I'm just wondering because there is a little bit of puckering just in the back here, and I just think if I top stitch it, it's going to look a bit messy, so I think I'm just going to leave that as is. But yeah, sleeves are now complete, which is great. Yeah, so that's really good. So I'm really hoping that the eyelet setter, the eyelet die and eyelets will come today from the trimming shop, and then I can get the eyelets in at the waistband casing and get the bottom hem done, get the casing stitched. There's a lot of top stitching to do and then all the press studs done, so I'm hoping to get that done a little bit later. We started work on the floor in the kitchen, so we've got a few more tiles up. Well, Martin did a couple of rows last night, but it's such a messy job that we're just doing a couple of rows at a time, to be honest. We've got until the end of October, but obviously we've still got a lot of flooring to get up. Yeah, so we're working on that each day, just doing a little bit each day so that it doesn't create too much of a mess. And that's it really. That's going to be my day today. So it's going to be another glorious, glorious sunny day. The sun's out. It's beautiful at the minute. Oops. Yeah, so that's going to be my day. Right, I better get on and I will catch up with you soon. Induction's over. So yeah, it's been a tiring day, to be honest, sitting through hours and hours of Skype training sessions, but anyway, it's all done, it's over. So I'm just cooking tea. We're going to have Slimming World Hunter's chicken, which smells amazing, I have to say. And sad face, the postman didn't deliver today, so I haven't got the eyelet tool for my hand press machine yet, or the eyelets, so haven't been able to, well, I'm not going to be able to do any more on the jacket until they arrive. But what I have done is I've printed off the Moonwake bag pattern, and I have stuck all my pattern pieces together. So pattern is here, and the pattern pieces, what I've done is, because some of them are supposed to be cut on the fold, so I have, this was a tip from Sean when we were at the retreat, I have printed those pieces off twice and then stuck them together so that they can be cut out as one. So let me show you. So here they are. Yeah, so like this pattern piece, for instance, needed to be cut on the fold, and I've just photocopied it and cut it out, stuck together, so that is now one pattern piece. There's a few pattern pieces like that, to be honest. Yeah, so that one's another one, look, and then the rest of them are all the same. So what I'm going to do this evening after tea is I'm going to go and get a bit of fresh air, actually, because I have been inside all day, and so I'd like to go for a little walk, and then I think I'm going to just sit and read through the instructions before I cut anything out. I've found that that's the best thing to do with bags. You can't just rush ahead because you don't get a second chance with the vinyl and leather. Once you start stitching it, you can't really unstitch it. So yeah, so that's the plan for this evening. I'm going to have a read of the instructions, make sure I'm clear in my mind how this thing goes together, and make a start on the bag while we're waiting for the coat that I can finish off. So that's the plan. Hello and happy Wednesday. So it's late Wednesday afternoon. I've just got in from work. I've been over to our base basically to have a meeting, and I'm home, and I'm going to make myself a coffee, but I've got some mail. I've got another few parcels which I thought I'd open with you. This is the eyelet setting tool and eyelets, I think, for me to finish my Kelly. So really excited that these have finally come. So obviously that's not very exciting, but that's the eyelet dye, and they're the eyelets. They do look quite big actually, but they're the 10mm ones that I've ended up getting. Hopefully they're going to be okay. So that's those, and I think this is the 2 little toggles, or are they the end caps? I think actually there might be the ends for the, oh, so yeah, I think these are the ends, toggles or whatever you want to call them, for the drawstring cord. So let me just have a quick look at those. Yeah, that's those. So I'll just show you those. There we go. So they're nice, like those. And then what else have I got? Magazine. This is my Sherwood's order that I mentioned yesterday, I think. I don't know what this is. So I'm going to open it and have a look. But it's a very big. Oh yes, this is the Millerain waxed cotton that I have bought to do another Kelly Anorak, but this one is going to be the version that's straight with no drawstring and has a collar instead of a hood. So I've bought this direct from the manufacturer actually, and I got it in this sort of khaki brownie colour. I think I'm going to wash it first. I don't know if there's any instructions on washing that's come with it. This is the Stay Wax Sahara waxed cotton. Yeah, I don't think you can wash this. I think you're supposed to sort of sponge it, but it's nice. I really like the colour. So that's going to be for another Kelly, because I'm just wanting to make myself a waxed one now. And then finally is my Sherwood's order. So this is the one from last weekend's discount that they did, the really big discount. So I've got a couple of remnants and then a couple of sort of 2-metre-ish pieces that I can make into some shirts. So working through them, let's have a look at what I got. So the first one I got was, hang on, it's bad when your order goes over 2 pages, isn't it? Catwalk in cotton lawn. I bought a 2-metre remnant of this because it said it was faulty. So let's have a look. That's it there. I can't remember what the fault is, but it looks okay. I really like this actually. I've seen this on their website for ages. Hang on 2 seconds because Pluto wants to go out. 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. Yeah, I've seen this obviously on their website for a long time, and I've always liked it, but haven't bought it because I sort of thought I didn't know what I'd do with it. And I actually prefer it in real life because it's a much nicer colour blue. On the website it looked like a really dark blue, but it's not. It's more of a sort of tealy blue. It's nice. It's really nice. So yeah, I got a 2-metre remnant of that, and then next up is this one, which is Shades of Autumn. No, I'm not sure what this one is. It might be Grand Finale, I think. Again, another remnant, 2.5 metres. I don't know if this is 2.5 metres, but this is this one here. It's not a lawn, it is Visco Chalet. It's definitely this one. Really pretty. I really like that. I think that's lovely for autumn. And I don't know if anybody saw Shiona from Satisfaction, her Instagram stories yesterday, but she was wearing the Avid Seamstress day dress that I think one of her friends has made. She looked amazing in it, absolutely amazing. And she had this fabric in her shop because it wasn't a fabric that she has decided that she's going to make hers out of, but a couple of the fabrics that she's done a poll basically is to help her choose the fabric she wants to make one out of. And I went to have a look on her website because one of the fabrics I really loved, and this was on there, and I really love it. It's such a pretty fabric. But I do think I really like that day dress, and I do think that when I lose a little bit more weight myself, I might make that out of this because it's really pretty. So yeah, really like that. Gorgeous. So that's my second remnant. Then I got this one, which is Prosecco Fizz in navy. This is 3 meters, I believe. Let's have a look. No, it's not. It's definitely not 3 meters. It's not even 2. So what's this one then? This must be, oh, hang on, maybe it is. Hang on. It's 2 meters. This is 2 meters. So this, I think, is Shades of Autumn in 2 meter remnant. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't got a clue what this is called, but it's this, and it's a lawn. Yeah, it's really pretty anyway. It's lovely. So yeah, this looks like it's 2 meters anyway. So I've got 2 meters of that, and I want to make a Gilbert shirt out of this, even though I've not made the Gilbert shirt yet, and I've got loads of fabrics for Gilbert shirts at the minute, but I really like this. I think it's lovely. So that's that one. Next up is Majestic Stag, which I have 2 meters of this, and this is a viscose challis. I love this fabric. When it's been on Sherwood for ages now, and I really love it. So this is it here. It's really gorgeous. So what I like about this as well is, actually on the website I thought the stags were bigger scale, and they're not. If you look at it against me, they're not huge scale, which is really nice. So this is going to get made up into something for autumn. Really love that. I'm glad that I've got that one finally. And then I've got another Prosecco Fizz, which is a remnant. This is a jersey crepe. Again, it said it was faulty. And I got 1.8 meters. I'm not sure again where the fault is or what it said it was, but there is a top on seam work that I really like. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put a picture of it in here so you can have a look. This is it here, and I just think it'll be lovely made as that top. So yeah, love that one. Next up is this one, which is a little bit different to what I normally get. This is Shades of Autumn, and I bought 2 meters of this, and I really like this. It's gorgeous. So this is it here. This is another lawn, and it's beautiful autumnal colours. I'd like to make a dress out of this. I have only got 2 meters, but I'm sure that I can make a dress that'll be nice with tights out of this. It's really lovely. I love those. I love the print on that. It's beautiful. I also bought 1 meter of this, I believe, which is Jungle Tropics. Yes, in the canvas drill. This is lovely. Really like this print, and I want to use this in bag making. So I'm planning at some point to make a bag out of this. Don't know what bag yet, but I really like this print. I have this on a jersey, I think, which I've not made up yet, or it might even be a lawn, but I do like that print. So that's that one. Then I've got this one, which is Pyramidi Colours, They were nearly out of this, and I really like this for winter. So I got 3.5 meters of this. This is the only sort of big length I've bought, and it's this one here. So I really like that. I think it's lovely. This is a viscose challis, I believe. It doesn't actually say what it is, but that's what it feels like because it's drapey. But I like that. I think that's really nice. It's quite understated for me, isn't it? But this is going to be a dress of some sort. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's that one. And then finally I bought another of the York fabric, which is this one, which is a cotton drill with a stretch, and this is in the olive colourway. So I've got 2 meters of this. It's got a nice stretch to it, and I'm going to make some ultimate trousers, which incidentally is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my, I'll just show you actually, I'm wearing my, I'm all in so over it actually. This is the silk cami, yeah, which is made out of cotton. And then I've got my ultimate trousers on, which are made out of some stretch cotton from Walton's, I think I got this from. Just put you back down. So yeah, so I'm going to make myself another pair of winter, yeah, this has got some stretch in it, a winter ultimate trousers from this. So that's it. That's my fabric haul. I am now going to make myself a coffee because I'm absolutely gagging for a drink, and then going to sort out tea, and then hopefully tonight I'm going to get those eyelets in, and then I can get the hem finished on the jacket. So we'll see how we get on. So she's nearly done. I have top stitched all the waistband, and I've inserted the drawstring cord through. I've done the eyelets. One of the eyelets hasn't gone in so well. This one here, I have had to fray check it, and I'm probably going to have to super glue it down. Yeah, it was a bit of a disaster, to be honest. I did practice first, but it still didn't go in very well, so that's really disappointing because you don't get a second chance at this. But I've got the toggles on, as you can see, and also the little toggles at the end as well. But all in all, I am really happy with it. I've pressed the hem as well. I've just got a little bit of hand sewing to do just inside there, and obviously the hem is all the lining is all neat on the inside now, as you can see there. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. So what I've got left to do is some top stitching of the placket. I've got that little bit of hand stitching just at the bottom there, and then I need to install the snaps, but I've had enough for today, what with work and then after work just getting this done, and with having a bit of an issue with one of those eyelets. I can't even remember which one it is. I think it might be that one. Yeah, it's just a little bit messy. I'm going to leave the rest of the hardware probably till tomorrow.
So excited!
Andrea's in Walton. And she's
Look
like
at
a
it all.
child in a sweet shop, really
It's
enjoying herself.
amazing.
You don't know where to start, do you?
No! So giddy.
This is the pile of fabric that Andy's buying. Aren't you? You feel guilty? Yes, it's Saturday. So today's Saturday, and I've just got back from, well, from a lovely day actually, a lovely morning and afternoon. I've been at work this morning in the out of hours service, so I tend to do one of these a month, a Saturday morning a month, just to help them out. So I've been doing that. And the lovely Andy has been up, she's up here at the moment, up to her hometown, and got in touch with me. Well, actually we discussed it when I was down in Cornwall, and she wanted to have a look at Walton's, so we arranged to meet up. So I met up with her after work and we went to Walton's, and I will insert the little bit of footage that I did take, because oh my word, she was like a child in a sweet shop, honestly. It was so lovely to see her, but she was yeah, she loved it, and she spent more than me, honestly. I wasn't really planning to buy anything, although there was one fabric that I'd seen Jane Walton put up on the Facebook page last weekend, and I just loved it as soon as I saw it, and I messaged her and said, please save some for me. I'll be in next weekend, and bless her, she rang up and ordered another bolt of it, and I'm so glad she did. So but yeah, so I did buy that fabric, but I also bought a few more as well, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But yeah, for once Andy spent a lot more than me, which it was lovely to watch her actually, because down in Cornwall there isn't the variety of fabric shops that we have up here in the north, and yeah, I think she really enjoyed it. So, and then after Walton's, we spent about an hour in Walton's looking at fabric and buying fabric, which was lovely, and then we went for some lunch together as well, which was really, really nice. So totally off plan, we had pizza and beer, which was just great. And now I'm home, so I've just got my coffee, which is here. Much needed, and I thought I would show you what I bought. Well, there's quite a number of fabrics I have bought from Walton's. They've got a fair few new fabrics in, which are just beautiful as always. The first one I've got is this gorgeous coating. I've got 3 meters of this, I think, or 3.5 or 4, I can't remember actually, but I think I got 3.5, and it was £8 a metre, and it's in this beautiful plum colourway, which is just one of my favourite colours. This is it here. It's a Hobbs fabric. Hopefully you can see that, because I know that the sun is shining a bit awkwardly in my conservatory at the moment, but it's really pretty, really lovely. I love this colour. So it's very high wool content. I think it's a Hobbs fabric because they do a lot of Hobbs fabrics. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So that is going to go and be a coat of some sort over winter. I'd really like to make that into a coat this winter actually, so I'm going to have a look in my stash and see what patterns I've got, and see what I can make up. But as I'm losing weight at the minute, although as I say I've just had pizza and beer, which is totally off plan, I think I'm going to just wait a little while until I've got a little bit more weight off before I tackle a coat again, because I've just made my Kelly, which I've finished now, and yeah, I think I showed you that yesterday. But yeah, so yeah, so I think it's going to be a little while before I tackle another coat, but I would like to get that done for this winter. So next fabric is this one that initially on first glance I didn't pay a lot of attention to, but when you actually unrolled it, it's absolutely gorgeous. So this, I'm not quite sure what fabric it is. It feels like a cotton lawn, but I don't think it is a cotton lawn, and it's like a burnout print as well, and but it's also a border print, so it's just beautiful. So this is it here. So it's like an animal print, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well, but where the sort of spots are is actually a burnout on the fabric. But if I just hold it back, you can see that it's sort of like a border print. So you've got much more in concentrated print at one selvage, and then it goes into more white, and then you've got the concentrated print again at the other selvage. So it's just gorgeous. When you open this out, it's really, really pretty. This was £4 a metre, and I've bought 2.5 metres of this because the plan is that this is going to be the shift dress by the Avid Seamstress. I will insert a picture of it here. I have just bought that pattern along with the other, is it the day dress? I think it's the day dress as well. I'm just waiting for them to come because I've ordered the printed patterns, and I would like to make the shift dress. It's got the deep scoop back, and I really, really like it. Now at the minute I won't be making it at the minute while I have lost a little bit more weight. I just want to get a bit thinner before I tackle that pattern. But I think this with a cotton lawn underneath, just a plain white or cream cotton lawn, because I think this base is cream, although it probably looks quite white on screen, but it is a cream base. I think that will just look so pretty. So and the plan is that I think the concentrated spots will be around the waist, so that looks darker, if that makes sense. So that's the plan. So I'm hoping that I've got enough of that to make that out of that. And then the next one I've got to show you is one of their new fabrics that they've got in. This is a viscose. It's absolutely stunning. It really is. I've bought 4 meters of this. Again, it was £4 a meter, and these colors are just amazing. Look at that. It is so pretty. I really, really like this. yeah, I mean, let me bring it closer to you. It's a really sort of abstract print, but the colours are just gorgeous. It's just stunning. I really like it. I know some of you probably won't. It might not be to your taste or your cup of tea, but I absolutely adore this. That's the other side there. It's just beautiful. So as I say, I bought 4 meters of this, and at the minute I'm not sure what I'm going to make. I think this would work in autumn and in spring as well. I think the colours would work for both. Not quite sure. If you've got any sort of pointers on what you think this would look really good sewn up in, then do let me know in the comments down below. So that was that one. Next up, I bought this one. Now this is, I think it's a crepe. Yeah, it's a crepe. And this reminded me very much of the brushstrokes print by Lady McElroy. It's slightly different. And I think actually the feathers, I don't think the brushstrokes at all. Again, this was £4 a metre. This is it here in these gorgeous sort of pinks and blues and yellows. I just really like it. It's just really pretty. So I think I got 2.5 or 3 meters of this altogether. Really like it. It's gorgeous. So that's that one. Next up, I bought this jersey, which is the most softest jersey you've ever felt. It is beautiful. It's black and dark grey stripe. Hopefully you'll be able to see. So if I can just hold that still, and the light, you can just see there, can't you? So it's quite a wide stripe, as you can see. If I hold it against me, you can just see the black and the grey. It is so soft. It's a really good weight. It feels like, it's more like a knitted jersey, I guess, but it's quite heavy, but it is incredibly soft. And I bought 2.5 meters of this, and this is going to be a jumper dress of some sort for winter. I just think that will be so snuggly and warm. The fabric that Jane posted on her Facebook page last week is this one here. Again, it's a crepe, and as soon as you see it, you'll know why I wanted it, because it's just beautiful. It's leaves, of course it's leaves. This is it here. Stunningly gorgeous. I love the green and the pale pink of the flowers and the leaves. It's just beautiful. I've bought 4 meters of this. Again, it was £4 a meter, and I really love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be put away for next summer now, I think, because this is very much going to be a summer print, but it's just so pretty. I think these pink leaves are coming up a bit sort of creamier on screen, but they are actually sort of a really nice blush pink. But yeah, that was the only fabric that I actually went in for, and then I've come out with all these. Next up is a bit of lycra. So I only bought 1 piece of lycra today, and the navy lycra that I get from them, which is quite a sort of heavyweight matte lycra that has got a lot of compression. They had it in this gorgeous sort of dusky pink colour, which I thought, yeah, I'm going to get that. So this is it here. It's just plain, but this is going to be perfect to me. It's got 4-way stretch, but it's a really sort of strong compressive stretch, if that makes sense. So this is going to be running leggings, but I don't think I'm going to make them all in one colour. I think I'm going to colour block them. I do have a pattern, a green style pattern. I think it is the Inspires. I think I will put a picture of it up here, and I think I'm going to use this to colour block sort of the backs of the knees and around the knees, that kind of thing, along with black or even navy. We'll see how we get on with that. But I just got 1.5 meters of that. Again, this was £4 a meter, so you just can't go wrong. And then what else have I got? 2 more fabrics. The last time I went with Judy, we showed you the crepes, the heavy triple crepes that they have that are Hobbs fabrics, Hobbs crepes, and I bought them in like I think it was like a dusky pink and a black last time. So this time I've got this beautiful blue. I've got 2.5 meters of this, I think. This is it here. It's beautiful colour. Really heavyweight crepe. It's gorgeous, and I'm going to make some wide leg trousers out of these as well. And then I also got it in the rust colourway, which is this one, which will be great for winter trousers. Again, I just love this colour, and I love this fabric. It's such such a gorgeous sort of quality fabric. Obviously I can't show you the fabrics that Andy bought. I'm sure if you're part of the KB Peeps group on Facebook, she might put a few up there, but she bought some lovely fabrics. A couple the same as me, but she bought a lot different as well. But she was just overwhelmed with the prices in there, because as I say, they just don't have the same variety down in Cornwall at these kinds of prices. So yeah, so all in all, I spent a little bit of money today, which I hadn't sort of planned on spending, but that is it now. That is it. I am not buying any more fabric for a while. How long that lasts is anybody's guess, but yeah, that is it for big fabric hauls. I need to get my stash used. Right, I am going to enjoy my coffee. I'm going to do a bit of tidying up, and then I am going to plan my next make. And I think I mentioned a couple of days ago that I wanted to have sort of a bit of a palette cleanser. Obviously I've just had a really involved make with the coat, and I think I am going to make myself a grain line Linden, and I haven't made that jumper for a few years, but I've got some really lovely jerseys that I'd like to make up into Lindens. And the last time I made the Linden, I think I cut out the wrong size because it was just far too big, and while I want the Linden to be slouchy and not particularly fitted, it was just too oversized. And yeah, so I think I'm going to reprint the pattern and trace off a smaller size, and hopefully get that sewn up. It should be a fairly straightforward make, but yeah, we'll go choose some fabric in a little while, and we'll get that made up. Good morning and happy Sunday. So it's about 10 o'clock now. I've been out for a run this morning, done 5 miles, which I'm really pleased about. Well, 5.25 actually, so really happy with that. Found it so hard though. I always find running actually really hard when I'm doing Slimming World, because I'm just not eating as much as what I normally do, and I'm tending to eat more sort of protein and vegetables rather than carbs, and carbs fuel my runs, and that's the bottom line. So anyway, found it tough, but I did it anyway. Back now, and I have had a shower, washed my hair. I'm at work later this afternoon, but for now I'm going to get on with a bit of sewing. I am going to make the Linden, which I've not made for a few years now, and I've pulled this out of my stash, which is a gorgeous sweatshirt. I think it's actually French terry that I got from Lamazi Fabrics at the end of winter last year. And yeah, I've just printed out the pattern again, because I think I mentioned this yesterday. When I last made the Linden, I found it really wide on the neck and it was massively oversized. So I want to go down a couple of sizes. So I am going to make the size 4 to 6, I think, because I think that's going to fit me better. So I've printed out the pattern. I need to stick that together, and I've also printed out the Inspires tights pattern by Green Style Creations as well, because I'm going to hopefully get a pair of those made up as well. So let's see how we get on. Martin's home and he's just digging up the tiles out of the conservatory. So Linden is done. I'll give you a bit of a close-up, and I love it. I really like it. In fact, let me just put you down and you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay. Right, so there we go. Hang on. Okay, so there we go. So I have made you're gonna have to excuse the noise. Right, so I've made the size 6 to 8. So I started off with a 6 round the neckline and the chest and the waist, and then graded out to an 8 at the hips, and I've lengthened the body by 1 inch and the sleeves by 1 inch as well. I'm really sorry about that. Good morning, happy Monday. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to film anything else yesterday. Ended up going to work later on yesterday afternoon, didn't get in well late last night. I noticed, I'm just wearing the Linden that I made yesterday, but I noticed that I have put the right cuff on upside down. I don't know if you can tell there. If you look, you really can't tell, can you? Yeah, there we go. So these are the little sort of flowers that are pointing the right way up when my arm is the right way up, if that makes sense. And the cuff is the wrong way around. If I compare it with that cuff, you can see the flowers are upside down. I know it's very subtle, but it is going to annoy me because otherwise I absolutely love this Linden. I'm really pleased with it, and I just think the sizing is perfect now. The neck isn't gaping because previously when I've made this, the neck was just too wide, and I think that's just because I made the wrong size. So yeah, that is going to annoy me, so I am going to unpick it. I've stitched it all up on my overlocker, but you know, I'm going to unpick that and redo it and just put it the right way around because yeah, that's going to drive me mad. But I think I'm going to make another one. I'm up in my sewing room, 2 secs. Right, I do have this gorgeous sweatshirt fabric, which I don't know what type of fabric it is. Is it? It's just a jacquard actually. It's an organic knit jacquard with that. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong way around. You know, really rubbish at this vlogging lark, aren't I? There we go. So that's the right way around, and it's got that gorgeous sort of jacquard weave to it. I got this from Lamazi Fabrics as well at the same time that I got this last year, or it might have been earlier this year. And I think I've got about a metre. I don't know if I've got enough actually, but I'm hoping I might have enough to make another Linden out of this because I really like this. And that was the plan originally. I think I've got 1.5 meters. Let me just have another look. Might even only be 1 meter actually. So I think actually I originally planned to make a seam work Astoria out of this. So I may have to do a cropped version because I need to get the sleeves in. That's the key thing. But we'll see. Hopefully I've got enough of that. So I think I'm going to make another one because they're really quick to make, to be honest. It didn't take me too long. I think probably about 45 minutes, something like that. I just wanted to answer a couple of questions because a couple of people have left some questions on my last few vlogs. Firstly, I wanted to thank 2 or 3 people who have bought me a coffee. They bought them a couple of weeks ago and I've just been so bad at not saying thank you. So the first person I'd like to thank is Jennifer Sutton. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer bought me 3 coffees, so thank you so much, Jennifer. That's really kind of you. And I'd also like to thank Nancy. Nancy, thank you so much as well. Nancy bought me 3 coffees as well, so thank you so much to both of you. It's really kind of you. Right, and the other question that I was asked was about Waltons as well. I can't remember who it was, but somebody commented on one of my vlogs about Waltons and asked if Waltons had a website because they couldn't find it. Now, unfortunately, Waltons don't have a website. There is just the physical shop, and they also have a Facebook page, and they don't generally send things out via courier either, which I know is really disappointing for those of you that don't live within driving distance to the store. Now, speaking to Jane Walton, I think the reason why is because she's just had so many difficulties previously with things going missing in the post and customers not getting their orders, and they just don't need to have they don't need to do it basically because they get people coming from all over the country. They specialise a lot in dancewear, so lots of people that make dancewear to sell and make it professionally will actually ring up and order specifically and then come in and collect it, and they will make journeys from all over the country to collect it. So they have quite enough business just by people coming to the shop. So yeah, I mean, they will send one-off pieces of fabric. So if, for instance, you've seen something on their Facebook page and you ring them up and say, I've seen this, can I have 3 meters, will you send it to me? Then yes, they'll happily do that, but otherwise they won't. They're not interested in having a website or yeah, mail order, certainly for the time being. So I'm sorry if that's really disappointing, but yeah, all I can say is if you are ever up in Yorkshire and you're within sort of distance, just go and have a look because it's amazing. Right, I better get on with some work, so I'm going to sign off for this week's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed what I've been up to. It was lovely to catch up with Andy again the other day, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back with you really soon. Take care, bye bye.